Better if I had the Camaro on.
I see one last night over in Miller, actually.
One of the best ones in my life.
All right,
It's involved, but it's still a good one.
Good morning. I'll call this meeting of the Seneca County Board of Commissioners for March 15th to order. Please join us for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Would you join me for a brief prayer? Lord, we thank you for this day. We ask that you be with us as we go about the conduct of being public servants and serving our county. Please please accept our thanks in the right that we have the freedoms that we do on a day like today, where our country is able to vote for their leadership. Please bless those who are leading our country. Bless those who are serving to protect our country. Bless those who are suffering from illness or from loss or feeling desperate. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Stacy,
Here.
Commissioner Zoller, and Commissioner Kirchner.
Here.
Okay. Did you want to make a statement now, or you want to wait after the...
I would.
Okay.
I'd like to say something if I could. I'm not a very astute politician, and maybe this isn't the time or the place, but I feel it needs to be said. There's an elephant in the room, and that is the negative comments that were made regarding Commissioner Stacy. I need to say in the strongest of terms that is not who we are in Seneca County. That is not the kind of people we need to be. Commissioner Stacy has served us very well over her term into her fourth year at this point. I am distancing myself as far as possible from any negative comments. The timing of this was just horrendous. To take a shot at somebody and not give them the opportunity to defend themselves. This is the pure definition of, well, a word that I probably don't want to say. The fact of the matter is that I was sickened, I was upset, I was angry, all the stages you go through when you see something that just isn't right. And I would like to apologize on behalf of the community to Commissioner Stacy for this activity, and those involved are not the kind of people that I'd like to associate myself with, nor do I think that it should be the kind of people that have any say in the election of elected officials.
Thank you. Your apology is accepted, and I thank those who have shown support and reached out to me with that support and love this morning. This time we'll have the signing of the journal, and I'll accept a motion to approve the DVD recording of our previous board session of Tuesday, March 8th, and the index of such.
So moved.
Second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Are you in favor?
Yes, aye.
Because I can't get this one to vote. Approved. Okay, adjustments to the printed agenda.
We do have, I need to bring up the CDBG 2016 allocations, and I have a request for a couple of support letters for the Republic Wind project.
I have not.
I have nothing to add.
No, nothing.
Okay. So the wind project, would that be new?
Yeah, I don't think
It's been
this
a
has
while.
been,
And I have not read those. I think I got something, but I,
Yeah, they were in Commissioner Stacy, I think a couple of days when you were at meetings somewhere, but, and they said that they'd had a number of counties have a letter of support for them, and they were gonna send that in the same format. We don't need to approve it today if you want time to read it.
yeah, I would
think
like to.
that's fair.
Okay. Okay. What was the other thing you added, Stacy?
the CDBG 16 allocation.
Oh, okay.
Does that just take one?
Which one is that?
Okay. And, top of the old business, we've got printed here the Joint Justice Center, the cooperative agreement. There's lots of exciting things in the paper today, and one of which was the action from City Council yesterday, voting on, I think, a 6-0 vote to approve the proposal that Commissioner Kirschner had presented to the leadership team, I believe, last week, week before. I don't know, it's all a blur at this point, but so I don't know, we've got the changes to the cooperative agreement to look at.
And the resolution you guys did the other day encompasses this, so we don't need to do another resolution. Just need to sign this if you guys approved. So it's just the amendment to the cooperative agreement, putting in the maximum of $3 million.
Okay.
And these are the ones that were signed by city council.
Okay.
So you don't need a motion?
So
at
no
this
action
point?
required?
I do not know, because the resolution we did, was it just last week?
Got it.
We'll cover that.
All right.
We just need to get the language in place.
All right, we have vehicles down.
Yes, John gave me some quotes on vehicles. He went to 3 of the dealerships, I think. And the vehicle that we're looking at is the all-wheel drive, and they're all coming, that vehicle is all about the same. They're about a little over 23,000, 24,000.
That's state bid?
Yes, yep. They're all within, I think, $400 of state bid, so that allows us to stay local.
Okay.
So, again, John recommended and we recommend that we do 2, because we are down to one in our fleet. We do want to retire the Taurus because it's on its last leg. So, it's up to your decision. I know the last time we met, we talked about 1, potentially 2. We could, get 1 from one dealership, 1 from another dealership, or I can get both at the same time. I guess it doesn't matter.
I would move the purchase of 2 vehicles. The decision as to where to buy them will be left up to whoever accepting the bids and can get the best deal.
I will second. Call the roll, please. But any comments or questions? Yes, okay, call the roll.
Commissioner Kirschner?
Yes.
Commissioner Zoller? Commissioner Stacy?
Yes, approved.
We'll have a resolution next week putting that money in place.
All right, SIDAC is listed here, under business.
Yes, I got a call from David Zach last week. When we did budgets at the end of last year, SIDAC did not have a director at the time. So we appropriated the funds that we would normally give them, which is the $17,000. And the previous year's budget, we had put in $50,000 that David Zach had requested for functions of SIDAC. They had asked us for additional $50,000. We put it in our budget to give them the additional $50,000 if needed, but we had discussed during budgets that we would not give that to them right away unless requested. Since then, David Zach has come back with SIDAC, and he called last week and said he's seen we only paid $17,000 and wanted to know, if he could resubmit and get the additional $50,000.
So he knows that we budgeted for it.
Yes.
And that's, so, yeah. So, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter to me as to when, when we send it their way. In my opinion, we know that they've got their leadership in place, and they're continuing. Fred sits on that board, so I've not heard anything from, what their board meetings and that kind of thing. It's nice to have that information, but maybe if we know Fred's not gonna get to those, we ought to make sure one of us does get to those board meetings, so we are in tune. But I have no objection as to when we pay them. I think, in fairness, it was the fact that we're not sure, when they're gonna have their leadership, in place and so forth, and it's not that they wouldn't, but as well, the need for those funds was probably a little bit could be on hold as well. But, we committed, and I think it was before Commissioner Kirschner was on the board, in that budget year for 15, right, because 15 was your first year, when they asked if they could get, some type of, get support for 2-year commitment. And as we outlined, that's based on the budgets, and, we verbally can say we intend to do that, but we have to wait until we do budgeting. And like I said, and that we otherwise agree to, and see no reason not to fulfill that.
Yeah, I think we made a commitment, we need to go forward with it, so, we got some of the rest of the money.
All right.
Okay. New business, let's hit the couple of things that we've added here, the wind project letter, so we can review those and then take care of that another time. They're not like needing it by a set date that is prior to another meeting in a week.
I'm not sure, I know, was it either you or Fred had talked to them?
I did.
The rent, doesn't need it done today, right?
No.
The wind, okay.
Okay. And John Earhart he sent me an email as well, I think I replied to, and then I saw the thing come through with the support letters, but I'll be honest, with the meetings and stuff, I've not gone back to those to read them, so I need to do that.
They had said in our meeting, it was Monday last week, we were back in the back room, that they would be sending a letter for our review. I don't think I informed you, I'm sure I didn't inform you of that.
Okay. All right, no problem, we'll address that. CDBG 2016,
Yes, we brought that up a couple meetings ago about putting our allocation on hold for 2016 and sending a letter requesting that we use it for 2015 monies. I think you had mentioned reaching out to some of the townships, make sure they didn't have any plans.
right.
And I didn't know, Tanya had indicated we really need to get this out if we're going to ask for them to
Make that request.
make that request,
Okay.
so.
Then I hope, we've got a township meeting on Thursday night, or the Township Association. We have the opportunity to attend that meeting, has a quarterly township meeting Thursday night, hosted by the engineer. Maybe we can, in remarks, one of us share, that, we're thinking this is what we'd like to do. However, if somebody's got a project out there, on the cusp of being ready to go for monies, we don't want to delay their application process and ask them to just come talk to us so we know where things stand. Otherwise, I think doing like the city has done, asking them to hold our money, because it's not like we're turning it down, to hold our money so that then next year there's a bigger pool of money to meet project needs. Because what we've run into in the past on this is sometimes the community wants a certain amount of money, and as we evaluate them, we'll say, okay, if they only get a portion, are you gonna be able to do this project? A lot of the times the answer is no, we don't have the money, and so if we don't obtain the amount we need to make the project happen, we can't build half of it and let it set, so that would give us a chance to do that.
Is this time sensitive?
Yes.
Okay, and what does that mean exactly?
All Tanya said is that we need this answer soon, it may be too late.
Okay. Well, my motion will be, if you'll allow me, would be to defer the CDBG grant application process until 2017, unless we find within the week that there is a project that we want to support, at which time we'll try to support that project.
Second.
Okay.
Yeah, that way, if anybody does, I don't think there is, but I think we would have.
And we're gonna
some
have to reach out
information,
to, if we do this, we're gonna have WSOS come in and try to do it and pay those admin fees because we don't have a director in place yet.
Yeah, this will give the director, whoever that might be, a head start in having some additional available money for 2017.
but- Right. Motion has been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Fresher?
Yes.
Commissioner Zoller? Commissioner Stacy?
Yes, approved. Thanks. Okay, then, under new business, the printed agenda, museum, porch renovation meeting. This is slated for
Thursday at
yeah.
1:30
Thursday at 1:30.
at
Yeah.
the museum.
Now it's at 1:30?
Yes.
There's a noon meeting too.
Yeah,
Oh.
The regular meeting is at noon.
Okay.
But we had talked with the folks at Plummer, back when we were doing the bid and all of that, that once, things were moving, we would do an update meeting if any stakeholders were interested in
Okay.
hearing progress of that, steps being taken, that kind of stuff, that we would have that. So that's the meeting we're referencing, that's at 1:30 at the museum. The other task force meeting is meeting at noon, wherever. I
At
don't
the
know.
museum.
At the museum as well,
Yeah,
okay,
so
there you
they
go.
decided, that's why I was
Yeah,
surprised.
yeah, different meeting, but both museum. Okay. Anything else with the museum things, Stacy, you needed to put in there?
Nope.
Okay. Bill vouchers.
Okay, I have the bill vouchers batch 12971 to 13401, and I do have an additional 13408, 13530. I have a resolution authorizing an appropriation adjustment within the general fund. This is moving $630.61 from equipment to other expense, request from the sheriff. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriation for the general fund, putting $100 into equipment. Again, this is for the sheriff. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations for the CBCF fund, putting $73,093 into their contract services line. This is allowing to have the state-funded improvements done to the Crossway facility. It just has to run through us. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations for the general fund, putting $5,000 into legal services. I have a appropriation adjustment within the M&R fund, moving $100,000 from contract projects to equipment. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriation to the general fund. This is at the request from the auditor's office. She's asking for additional funding for purchase and the install of the employees self-service portal for the SSI software, putting $1,296.76 into equipment, $1,905 into contract services, total $3,201.76. Resolution authorizing an hourly fee agreement with the law office of, they want me to pronounce this, Margol,
Dewey Cheatham and Howe.
Margolewski and McKinko LLC for representations of a workers' comp claim. You can try to pronounce that.
Margot Lefesky and Mezzanico.
There you go. I have a resolution authorizing a contract service agreement with JB and Company Incorporated for County Services Building Roof Project. Resolution authorizing the disposal of unneeded, obsolete, or unfit county-owned property, a 2005 Ford Freestar, on behalf of Job and Family Services. I have a resolution authorizing 2016 software support agreement with McDonald, Freeburg, Carr, and Dixon on behalf of Seneca County Common Pleas Court and the Seneca County Clerk Courts. And that's all I have.
A motion.
I will move. I have one question.
I will second. Okay, questions,
Just
concerns?
We traded in this van.
Yes.
Okay, two questions about that. Do you know how much we got for it?
Does it say in the resolution? Chapman family.
Probably.
It might say the paperwork on the back.
Trade-in value for the purchase they bought a 2015 Chrysler 200. They got trade-in for $1,500.
Okay. And those kind of things we don't have to put out for bid. I mean, when we're getting rid of one vehicle.
Correct. It's under the dollar amount.
Okay, very good. That's all I have.
Okay, no other questions?
None.
Call the roll.
Commissioner Kirschner?
Yep.
Commissioner Zoller? Commissioner Stacy?
Yes, all stand approved. At this point, if there is no further business, we have an opportunity for citizens' comments. At this time, are there any citizens' comments?
Yeah,
Don't be shy.
I have a comment, but I hate to bring it up. But we have a surveyor that we could spit on his building right here. And I understand, now, I may be a little confused on, well, I am confused on it, but he had some of the surveying done on the courthouse area. And I have heard that there was $6,000 put out to hire an outside surveyor. Aren't we hiring all local, or trying to hire all local people for the courthouse?
Let me take it.
Take it away.
I don't know about $6,000.
Well,
I can tell you, you're absolutely right. We've made a mistake in not hiring Jim as a surveyor on this project. As far as I know, he didn't get a chance to bid on it. And the fact is that we should have been more diligent. Our owner's representative should have been more diligent in making certain that the local people got it. We have, as part of the process, we are emphasizing as many local contractors as possible to get involved. Hopefully this mistake doesn't happen again, but it was a mistake and we should have done that. So I think we need to take responsibility where responsibility needs to be taken.
Thank you.
And that is work that was completed in December, I believe, or very early part of the year. It was
I
just
don't
when
know
it
when
was
this
not-
happened, and
Not
I'm-
recent, but,
I don't know the details.
okay, anything else for citizens' comments? Okay. Seeing none, take a motion to adjourn.
I will so move.
I will second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We stand adjourned. It's 10:20. Thank you.